After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Panhook and Mythos podcast, episode 381. Today is Friday, December 6th, 2019. Happy Feast of St. Nicholas to those who celebrate. I am Marlecia, also known as Lady Fernico.
I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
We want to welcome all new and returning viewers. We're glad that you are here with us. If you are new, please feel free to subscribe to the YouTube group channel officially. Press the little bell so you can get notifications. And if you would like to join our PHN home group, that's at phnpodcast.freeforums.net. That's phnpodcast.freeforums.net. It's in the little description box below. And that's where all the alongs and giveaways and all the fun stuff takes place. So we'd love to see you there as well. If you are in the shadows, either new or returning, as I said, please do feel free to join us officially. Okay? Let's see here. I hate going right into charities because it sounds like I'm asking for things, but I'll go right into charities. We are getting ready to, as soon as things slow down a little bit, to send off some of our stuff to the various charities that we have. We're thankful to all the people who have donated. Thank you very much. Evans Home is our contact person for that is Laura, who's Gracie's mom, 62, from Knitter's Magic. She's in Winchester. She's our local yarn shop. She's awesome, and the shop is awesome, so you should check that out if you're in the area. That's Winchester, Virginia. And she takes all kinds of things, babies on up. Then we have the Front Royal Pregnancy Center, and that's babies through toddlers, and it's, anything you think a baby might use, booties and bibs and blankets and hats and, maybe the toys here and there that have the embroidered eyes and things like that. So that would be cool. And then we have Comforting Crafts, who is B-Wing. That's Brittany. And she's starting to collect for the year 2020 now. And she is looking for all kinds of things. Lots of men's items, mostly hats. Some toys. They're trying that this year. They can be sewn, knit, or crocheted. Mittens of all sizes, any size hats, scarves, mittens, things like that. So that's what she's accepting, and she is on Facebook and Ravelry for that. The Amelia project is VT Kimmy Kim, and that's Kim, and that's NICU hats as well as several other type things, and you can contact her through our PHN group. I forget what she said the other place was, Ravelry. You can contact her there to get more information on what exactly she accepts. Okay, those are the places that we are kind of supporting at this time. And if you have your own, that's great too. We just care that babies and people who need it get warm stuff and stuff that they need. So that's that. All right. Our upcoming, we have the Ready, Set, Go starting January 1st, and it goes through March 31st, 2020. And that's exactly like it sounds, Ready, Set, Go, starting all the things. And we will explain the little quirk in the first month when we get a little closer. And the charity along will be our year-long Cal Lal, and that's January 1st, obviously.
Actually, Mom, we might want to explain the little quirk in the first month closer because...
I was going to do it at the end of December.
Yeah, we aren't necessarily...
I guess we might not be...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because I have surgery the 17th, so we won't be doing it the week after that. Then we don't do it the week of Christmas. That leads us on to the new year.
All right, Ready, Set, Go's quirk is that the first month, January, not only will we accept whatever you start, we'll also accept frogs, but you have to show the picture of the project before you frog it, and then the frogged yarn. Okay, so for that first month you can get credit not only for something you begin, but also for something that you rip out. All projects must be new for that particular along. Okay, the charity along, as I said, January 1st through December 31st is all year. It's replacing our PHN Tea and Tails, and it's just charity items, especially baby. Baby items are featured, okay? So they get double chance at a prize for the FO. And we'll go more into that later on, but because that's all year. And for that one, whips will be allowed, as long as you work on it during the year. In other groups, Crocheting Whovian, she's got the Feature Creature Cal Cal Lao, and she's doing that with Deborah, who's Darkfire Woman from the Diary of a Physicist Farm Gal. They're in the last month of that, and I think it's mythical creatures or something like that. You'll have to ask them. You can ask Laura, you can ask Darkfire Woman, either Laura, either on whatever form you ask her. She's all over the place. Instagram, Facebook, our group, you know, her group, you know, wherever you want to ask her. Darkfire Woman, I think you can ask her either on Ravelry or in Instagram. Okay, and they will give you the information.
I'm sure if you asked on their YouTube video too.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll get to you. Okay. The Comforting Crafts group, it's a Ravelry group, and that's B-Wing, and she's doing What Are You Reading? 19 hats in 2019, 52 dishcloths in 2019, and color work. Okay, so that sounds like a lot of fun. Now, as far as I know, that's all on Ravelry. Okay, and then the Bee's Knees group, which is Studio Von Design. Who is Bon? That's Bonnie. Okay, and that's 19 in 2019. That's just 19 of whatever. Now, I don't know if any of that has changed because
We're not.
the only way I can contact her is through Ravelry, and I'm not on Ravelry. So, but it's well worth doing. She's a lot of fun. Okay. Now, going on to ours, I need a drink of water. We're just drinking water today. Okay, the PHN Tea and Tails Cal Cal Lao has been going all year long. We have about 3 weeks to go. And this is, it ran from the beginning of the year through the end of this year. And the projects must be knit, loom knit, or crocheted. Previous whips are allowed, but must be worked on during the time and must be reflecting the theme. Chatter pictures are on the same thread, and the projects must be tied in some way, shape, or form to the theme of tea and or tales. And by tales we mean fiction, okay? Books, novelizations, graphic novels, things like that. We did say children's books, you know, as long as they're chapter type books and things like that. You know, Hop on Pop and stuff is fine. So that would be acceptable. 1 whip per project per week, the FO whenever it's completed. And yeah, as always, any Franciscan Gypsies Design FO, Lady Vertical Creations Shawl FO. Our co-host is Cappy, very lovely Cappy, and she was generous enough to create and give us a coupon code, a very substantial coupon code for this shawl kit, the Tea and Tails shawl, which is also a featured pattern for this. If you finish it, and you get 2 chances at a prize, and the coupons are in a dedicated Cappy thread. We also have a coupon for the shop in general down there, so it's very generous as well. She's very, very supportive. So you know, you might check out her shop as well now that Christmas is here and all that, especially.
So to finish your sentence, because I was actually a very confused way to go about it, Cappy's shawl pattern she designed for our along. Any of my designs, either Mom's design or things made in Mom's yarn, will get 2 chances at the prize. And
Laura's Hufflepuff, Joanna Johnson's patterns, Mom Cook's patterns. They are all accepted for 2 chances at a prize for the FO if they reflect tea and or tails, and then Ty mentioned the yarn, my yarn and Cappy's yarn. Okay, because it was very convoluted. Oh, I did say also Vonnie. She has the little thing that could be, you know.
Oh yes, so the
reflected the Aesop's fables.
Yeah,
the little turtles and bunnies and things like that. Okay. The prize for this 4th quarter is a Plum Deluxe purple package, and one of Mom Cook's loom knit patterns. Okay. And the mega prize, which is over there somewhere. We are a little crunched for time today because we have the final walkthrough this afternoon.
The second final walkthrough.
The second final walkthrough.
So the first final walkthrough ended up with a new Holbein tournament sailing.
Yeah, that was actually a semifinal. So we have to be done by the time they get here. Okay. Moving on. The Toy Along is just about finished. I was all up to date on the Toy Along and the Tea and Tails. I did not get to get everybody on YouTube, but I had to choose my what I responded to. We the toy along, there's a lot of cute stuff in there, and we are really excited that you guys are so happy with that along. And it's a happy place to be. So
It is.
this ends December 31st, and as the rules are basically the same except that it has to be a toy, okay? And the featured patterns are Taya's toys. Let me see. Bakery Bear toys, Crocheting Hoovian's Hufflepuff toy, and any toy made with my yarn. And I believe I also said any toy made with Laura's yarn.
I think you might have,
Lollipop Girl, because I added that when she added her shop. It's just not in my notes. Okay. Oh, and across the alongs, if you do a featured pattern with the featured yarn, that's 3 chances at a prize for the FO, but you are responsible for all multiple postings, okay? Let's see here. And the prizes, again, are over there because we're crunched for time. So, that leads us into what we're doing. We are our rough draft whips.
I only have 4, and you have almost double that.
I have
so-
7, so I'll go. I didn't know how many I would have, but the doctor appointment that Taya had yesterday was supposed to be kind of a, we thought maybe a shorter one. Actually ended up being 2 hours, so I got a fair amount done. I had 3 projects and I did a little on each, but I didn't have my nail file with me, and my yarn kept catching on my nails, so I stopped. In my Silver Shed USA Eeyore bag, not Winnie the Pooh, Eeyore, because he's right there, Eeyore, is my School Marm Shawl project from the Easy A pattern by Laura Smoot. Yes, this has been on here forever, and I have a design element in here. I realized yesterday when I was doing it that I misread the line, and I don't care. It's going to be a design element. So I did 1 row on this, just 1. But it's going to be shown regardless. I love this color. This is Miss Babs Yowza in the Gotta Love Me colorway, and I'm using US 10.5. So, I don't know if you can see the darker red in this, almost a black. This is really pretty. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, they can. It looks more like black, though, on
Yeah.
the screen.
It's really pretty. So that's this one. And it'll be finished when it's finished. Davina keeps thinking I'm going to get this to Talia. I don't know why she thinks that, but
I already have something in that exact colorway.
yeah. Okay. My second one is my little boy blue baby hat project from the hand knit pull on baby hat pattern by Ray of Hope, and my Silver Shed USA Caterpillars bag. Okay, this was from Taya's first kit with Heidi, I think, right?
Yep, it's Heidi.
Yeah. And I did about 3 rows on this while I was at the doctor's office, so it's moving along. I could have done more, but I wanted to have a few more projects, so I just did a little bit. Because I honestly didn't work much of anything for like the whole first 3/4 of the week. Because I was doing other things. For a while there, I thought I might have 2 projects. So here you go, you can see this. This is a pretty color for a little baby hat. And I know it should be done, but it's not. And this is just Knit Picks Bravo worsted in the sky colorway, and I'm using US 7s, which I guess is kind of a large needle for a sport weight, but I like it. It feels nice,
I
not
don't think
overly
it's
heavy.
overly large for sport weight.
Well, that's what I'm using.
Okay, so finish my last stitch there.
Can I borrow your sweatshirt for a little bit? I'll give it back to you if you get cold,
That's fine.
because I was not prepared. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm wearing a hat that's actually helping with any sort of chill. Oh, speaking of wearing,
There we go.
this is on the forest floor. And it's all, most of my forest floors are Miss Babs.
Mhm. Except for the very first one.
Except for the very first one.
Yeah. That's Dragonfly.
Yes, it is the original one.
Yeah.
Because it was a kit. And then this is the Lion Witch in the Wardrobe hat that was for this group. Darn it, I'm trying to remember her name.
Yeah, I still got mine in my bag. I have to go back to it. Because it's going to be my first attempt at stranded color work.
I'm just trying to find her name really quickly because it's really bad that I can't remember it.
Well, you've got a lot of brain fog going on right now.
Oh, there's the pattern. Linda Moss.
That's right, Linda Moss. I could have probably looked on here because I do have that project in here. I just didn't do it.
So that's what I'm wearing right now. And I'm wearing it more like a beret, which I don't normally wear it like, but I really like this look. And for this hat, it works better.
Mm-hmm. But see, I could probably wear it like that because it's not. I don't like it hanging
Well,
down.
then maybe I should look into making some berets for you.
Well, let me try it next time and
Yeah.
see. Not right now, obviously.
Yeah, because I'm currently wearing it.
Yeah.
You can't wear it right now.
Yeah. I'm wearing your shirt, your sweatshirt.
Yeah, this is a sweatshirt that my first job as an RN, they said we could get sweatshirts with our floor we worked on. I was working as a cardiac telemetry nurse at that time. And they said we can get these sweatshirts, we could choose our color, blah, blah, blah. After everyone ordered it, then they instituted a hospital system-wide dress code that prevented us from wearing them at work. And we were all color-coded. Nurses, Navy, et cetera, et cetera. So we purchased it and then couldn't wear it at work. It's still one of my favorite hoodies, though. I wear it all the time. Anyway, project. I don't know why. I was talking about what I was wearing. That's what I was talking about. Okay. In my Silver Shed USA Books bag.
I still love that bag.
Oh, it's a beautiful fabric.
I think I got that for you for Christmas a couple years back.
I think you did.
Yeah.
So this is the Irish hiking scarf hand warmers.
Zing.
Yep, the colorway Zing, and it's Deborah something Chalakian. Hold on, I have my show notes, which will tell me. Let's see, back one more. Show notes.
Why don't you just leave your show notes up?
Because I was looking at something else.
Oh.
It's Delia, not Deborah. Delia Ray Chalakian, and it's a free pattern.
It's so pretty.
If you look it up, you'll be able to find it. Even if you're not on Ravelry, you can follow the link to the website, and then you can work it off of there. Even the original pattern, which she based her mitts on, the Irish hiking scarf, that's also free. And even if you're not on Ravelry, you can download free Ravelry patterns, even if you're not on Ravelry.
Yeah.
But yeah, I made Miss Babs Zing, and here's the second one.
It's a really pretty color. It's really popping up there.
Yes, it is.
It's a little.
I mean, it's bright, but it's not quite.
Yeah, it's
that
not
bright.
quite as bright as it's showing up on the screen. But we've done enough Zing that they know.
Yeah.
Between the two of us, you know.
I currently have Zing on my lap.
Yeah. Okay.
For someone who's more red than blue, I work a lot of blue.
But I noticed that, I work a lot of red too, although I'm more blue than red. I think we just like those colors.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, this is one you haven't seen in a while. In my Ploverbird Mickey Mouse bag is my colorful birds wrap from the Show Off Boomerang pattern by April Klitsch. And I only did a couple rows on this because this was one of the ones I did at the doctor's office, and there was a very distracting little 2-month-old baby there. So
I missed the 2-month-old.
She was so cute. She was so alert. She'd look around. And I said to the mom, I said, is this your first? Oh, no, this is my 6th. But she was just adorable. She's looking around, big old eyes, She was adorable. So I was just distracted. Baby distracted. So I only did a couple rows on this. And it's growing. This is the yarn Talia got me for Mother's Day. This is Test Designer yarn, Superwash Merino worsted. And I'm using a US 9 for this. And the yardage is really good. I think it's like 560 yards or 590 yards. It's comparable to Miss Babs, and this is worsted. So I like the way it's pooling. Yes, I like pooling. So, it's kind of pretty.
I've gotten to be weird where I actually prefer plain colors.
I like plain colors too.
I mean, I like a little bit of variation, but I don't like a whole lot of...
Well,
drastic.
it's a project you're doing right now.
Right.
Yeah.
I think because I have a tendency to like things with texture that I'm
Yeah.
knitting or with color work, and both of those things do not work well with things that are overly speckled and
Right. I mean, I think,
and also I feel like they're not quite as dramatic.
I think I will always like the not variegated or semi-variegated, the ones that pool for things like my Cerebel and things like that, where it looks kind of watercolory. But since I don't make socks, hats look good in it. But I also tend to like the tonal, because I like to do things that have a little more texture to it as well, even though I haven't done much of anything like that right now. I do like the texture, and I like the mosaics. The mosaics can sometimes be really pretty if you have a solid color and then a dramatic bright or something like that, or a dramatic light as the design, because it kind of gives a stained glass effect. Okay, let me see here. All right, my next project is in my Universal bag, so you guys know what this is. This is my Ninja Turtle Baby Blanket project from the Ninja Turtle Baby Blankets. I'm so original, by Lisa Vanilla. And I only did a couple rows on this. I'm still on the green, so it doesn't look much different. But I did work on it. And I will be starting, hopefully I'll be able to show you Raph next time we podcast. But no guarantees, because things are quite busy at the moment.
Right. The plan is to podcast
Next week.
next week, although I know things are coming to head next week because early the week after that I have surgery.
We should be okay if we do Friday morning.
Yeah.
And then after that, we'll be gone for about 2 weeks. Okay, so that's this. So we might have a fair amount of things to show. Talia might not have quite so much, depends on how much she can
Well, we
do.
won't be able to podcast Friday because I have Sacrament of the Sick at 11.
Well, we can do in the
On
afternoon.
Friday,
We can do it in
yeah.
the afternoon or whatever. But do you know what time you have to be there?
11.
Okay, but is it going to be a service type of thing? What's it going to be?
I had the impression I was just going to the rectory.
Oh, okay, because I thought on the last one it said to the Adoration Chapel. Okay, anyway, never mind. That's neither here nor there.
I'll call beforehand. Cause
Yeah. And you have to get to church on Thursday, too,
Mhm.
if you want, or Sunday to see Father. Okay. All right.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You don't want to know that much what we're doing in our
Sorry,
lives.
I'm kind of out of it right now. So
We made some progress on that.
this is Augusta Bunny, and it's Knittables Bunny by Sarah Gasson, and she calls it the particular set the Knit-A-Bear.
Yeah, Little Bear.
It has a bunch of different animals with clothes and stuff.
Which are sold separately.
yeah, the clothes are sold separately.
And the animals are sold separately.
Yes.
It's not like a bunny, a bear, a penguin, or whatever.
but they're
all-
really inexpensive.
Oh, yeah, they're a real bargain.
And all the clothes can fit all the toys.
She's very talented.
So it's Lion Brand Heartland in the colorway Black Canyon that I'm using, and this is just some like Hobby Lobby or something like that. This white.
I want to say I used Black Canyon for something, but I don't remember what it was.
So
Maybe for Shadowla.
I love this face. She has a really interesting construction.
That's cute.
And then
Oh, you got one of the ears.
one ear is done.
Is that over knit or you sew on?
It's an interesting construction.
Okay.
So
So it's actually constructed. That's really cute.
it's not constructed the way you're thinking.
No, oh, okay. I was wondering if they sewed it or not. But
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't want to give away anything.
that's gonna be so cute.
So
Aw.
I'm really looking forward to this bunny. And I did find my other skein of Black Canyon. I was a little concerned.
Well, if you were concerned, I could have picked up some more from Hobby Lobby.
Well, I knew I had enough before I started it, which is why I was like, where did it go?
I might even have some myself.
Well, I found my other
yeah,
skein.
I'm
so
just
I'll
saying
have enough.
I might have some.
Yeah. But yes. Slowly but surely building.
So cute.
And
I like the feel of this.
Well, this is that stitch you
stitch.
you hate so much.
Yeah.
Uh,
Double moss seed, whatever it's
Yeah.
called. Yeah.
and I'm working on the second year right now. So
I don't
Got it.
hate it. I just strongly dislike it.
this got some attention.
Yeah, you can see that. Very nice. Okay, my next one is in my Kikiboo Bags Holiday Owl bag, and this is my Tangerine Preemie hat. I didn't do a whole lot on this, just a little bit. Where was I when I did this? I don't remember. So I just did a little bit. I think I was watching a movie or something, and you know how you get a paper cut or something and that hurts more than anything?
Mm-hmm.
I got one, it's not a paper cut, but kind of when your skin kind of peels from whatever reason. And so anything I was doing with needles or hooks was hurting it. So this was the only thing I could do. It was being very obnoxious. It's just a stupid little, not even an injury, just a pain. So I made this. You can see I still have the Band-Aid on my thumb. So this is growing a little bit. And this normally I'd have this done like in half a day or less, a couple hours. But it's not. So that's that. Is your turn?
Did you do two?
Oh, I have one more, and then okay. This one was not started. I decided after Tortoise versus Hare that I wanted to do something different, so I'm doing a bunny. This is my Bonnie Blue Bunny project from the Amigurumi Animal Toys for Baby pattern by the Pointel shop on Lovecrafts. So I did this in one sitting. I just haven't had a chance to do any more. So I'm having fun with that. I wanted to do something else. And this is what I'm going to do for the contrast color.
Well, that'd be nice.
So, and this, you guys have seen, you saw this, I think, on my last owl that I did.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're right.
Anyway, so this, yeah, I sat down and I was watching a movie or something or a show, and I did all this in that time period. So that was fun. Nice, simple, round and round and round.
Okay, so let me go ahead and move the bunny so I can get to what's on my lap.
Oh, I skipped one by mistake. Okay, that's all right. I'll go back to it when I have one right here.
Okay. So, let's see. What did I do with the... There it is. This is almost getting too big for this
Right.
bag. Okay.
I might have to switch it out.
Okay, so, in my Silver Shed USA, TARDIS bigger on the... I'm sorry, this is not Silver Shed USA. This is Cloverbird. TARDIS bigger on the inside back. I've had this bag a very long time. It's actually one of my favorites of hers.
As a purse, you said?
One of my favorites of hers.
Of hers, yeah.
And this is my TARDIS Traveler wrap. And this is the Dobbin Wood by K.F. Jones. And I'm using Miss Babs. It's Zing is this one. Then the black is Obsidian. And this is just a bear. Miss Babs.
So pretty.
This has had a bit of work. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
So you get a feel for how it's gonna be.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get a feel for how it's gonna be.
Very nice.
And it's actually, like, it's nowhere near... I still have quite a few inches before I go to the next section of black or white. So it's got quite a ways to go. It's going to be very comfy. Like, already I can feel how wonderful this is going to be. And I still had to pick up the stitches for the other side here.
Kay is very talented in what
So-
this is KF Jones, and she's
A
Bakery Bears fame. The infamous Bakery Bears? No, the famous Bakery Bears. She's very talented. I love her patterns. Even though I've only finished one, I have, I always have something of hers on the needle. I think I have three or four projects of her patterns on the needles. So she's really good.
Well, have you seen her, it's a worsted weight, I believe, a shawl. And it is the, Dumbledore? I believe it's called the Dumbledore.
I don't know if I have. I usually
It's on Lovecrafts.
I
It just
usually-
recently fairly recently, that collection got released so everyone could buy the patterns individually.
If it was up at any, I had everything that was available except for toys and socks.
I think this has been since you picked up everything.
I'll have to take a look.
It's on Lovecrafts.
Okay.
So,
Because I like to have my favorite designers' things, and specifically people who write good patterns. And Kay writes a very good pattern.
yes,
so,
she does.
Okay. In my Me, My Dog, and Some Yarn bag is my Watercolors Cal project from the Cerebelle Scarf pattern by Sarah Sweethearts. Yes, I love this, and I'm probably a little obsessed with it. So I made some progress on this. This grows relatively quickly. And I do like the way it's turning out. I wasn't overly fond of the color. This was a Maryland Sheep and Wool colorway. And it was at a time where I was still kind of saying, oh, I want to get this color because it is the Maryland Sheep and Wool colorway. And I stopped doing that, but I did have this one. And so I'm going to go ahead and work it up in Cerebelle, which it seems to handle very well. It's very pretty. And this is balled up so you can't really see, but I'm making progress on this yarn. I'll just go like I did with the other one until it's long enough, or I don't have enough yarn. But with Miss Babs,
Yeah, you're not going to not have enough yarn.
I won't run out of yarn. I'll probably have something to give Talia for her blanket. And I keep changing my hooks. A 6mm, which I guess is a J. J or a K? Let me see. J hook. So that's that. And that's it for my projects.
Okay, so I have one last one. It's another K one. The patrons are doing an Advent sock, and when I knew that there's an Advent project, I really wanted to start said Advent project, and then I realized it was a sock, and it had more details that I'm able to focus on at this moment with surgery upcoming and all that. So I ended up instead starting another one of Kay's patterns, which is the burrow wrap. Now, the burrow wrap actually calls for a fingering weight and a lace weight held together. The lace weight is a mohair. I don't have lace weight, so I'm holding two fingering weights together. And it's great because I actually don't use a whole lot of fingering weight yarn. It lets me use some stash that I developed when I was early on in my knitting. The red background one that goes throughout is just some nitpicks. I had gotten this when we were promoting a book for somebody, and he had given me the yarn for it, and then something happened health-wise.
Neither of us finished that time. We wanted to give the yarn back, and he said, no, go ahead and keep it.
Yeah. I think this was the beginning of the journey of the health stuff. Something was beginning to happen, and we weren't able to. Plus, it was crocheted.
Mm-hmm.
And getting gauge would have been...
We, especially me, have difficulty getting gauge with crochet.
Now I might be able to, because I have a pretty tight gauge, but... So that's my background color. And then I have a bunch of other different yarns that are going to be the other colors. So
it looks woven. It's really pretty.
So here's the first. Mom had gotten me...
It's fiber art, Expression Fiber Arts, I think it's called.
I don't even have the ball band anymore.
I think it's called Expression Fiber Arts.
I had this in a Zuzu's Petals, but I didn't have enough, not Zuzu's Petals, in a 42.
A hitchhiker.
Hitchhiker.
Did you tear it out?
I did.
Yeah.
Because even though I enjoy working the hitchhiker, and I have a different hitchhiker started in a different yarn that actually has enough yardage to last it, but this wasn't going to last it, and it felt rough. It's not a very soft yarn. It wasn't something I wasn't going to want to wear around my neck. But combined with this, it softens it. And it makes a nice squishy fabric.
I'm not sure what I did with mine because I had a green one. I don't know if it's still waiting to be given away as a prize, or if I gave it away, or what. It's really pretty, though. But it was fingering weight.
Well, if you find it and you didn't give it away, I can take it for a different one. Because that'd be pretty. Because this worked very nice with the red. It just gives you pops of sparkle and then the other colors. This yellow it's more of an orange that's in with this other red is actually from a sweater that I knit. Oh, it's in a different thing. Anyway, it's from a sweater that I had knit with 3 fingering weight held together. It was orange, yellow, and red held together.
I remember that, yeah.
The one where I messed up the zipper. So that's.
Did you ever take the zipper out and redo it, or?
I just took the zipper out.
Right.
And now if I want to wear it, I can wear it just as an open jacket. But I wouldn't wear it out necessarily. So there's that. My next one, because I put it in list in order now. I'm going to be doing Barnum next.
Yes.
Held together with the reds, which will be nice because you'll have the pops of the different colors.
And that's my yarn.
Yes, this is Mom's. Then I will be going from Barnum to this yellow from that same sweater.
That's pretty.
From that yellow, I'll be going to this flame, which is Wild Hair. I don't remember the original colorway name.
Is this one Dragonfly?
No, I can't remember who. It's a single ply. I can't remember who did this.
Yeah.
It's been that long since I made this.
That might be one of the ones I got you for Christmas one year.
I bought it specifically for that project.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know that I had gotten you flame colors one year.
No, this was bought specifically for a sweater project.
Oh, gotcha.
Because I had to have 3 held together. I got enough of each of the yarns.
Okay.
I just had some left over. So then this Wild Hair. After the Wild Hair is to be the. Hold on. I have it in my notes. Is then the Bullfinch. I had gotten.
Mr. Extra Spinners.
Yeah, this I got for free. Pretty sure this is the one I got for free because I had. Oh no, I had this for a different project. That's right. That shawl. I do have one that they gave me for free, which was an owl one because I had ordered a different weight and they sent me the wrong weight. And then when I asked for the weight that I actually ordered, they told me I could keep the fingering, but that was a different colorway. This one I did order. I made a shawl out of it. I just had more of it than I needed. I really do like this colorway, and I think it'll work nicely in here. Then this one.
Well, that's pretty.
This one is supposed to change color.
That's the one I thought about. I waited for her to get more in her shop, and she never did.
She never did. It looks a little more red on the screen to me. It looks a little more gold.
Yeah, it's kind of.
It's supposed to change colors and lights.
Not dramatically, but enough.
But enough.
Yeah.
So I added a little interest to this. I had started working a teddy bear in it, then I never finished the teddy bear. Then
I would love to know the technique she used for that.
where is? Oh, there it is. I had started knitting some socks in this Dragonfly. I had to have this colorway.
I remember that.
I dreamed about this colorway, but I fell out of love with socks in the middle of knitting them. So I ripped it out and salvaged the yarn.
I'll take a look at that for a second.
So that'll be the second to last in the wrap, and then this will be the last one. And this is a red with silver sparkles. So the burrow wrap will be sparkly on either end, which is actually kind of cool. It was one of those things that just happened to work out.
That's very neat.
And so it'll be, because this is just slightly lighter, you'll just see, it'll be like a variegated red then with some sparkle, which will be cool. So.
See, I'd probably do that in a pooling yarn or something that's thicker with sparkle. I don't want to knit two together.
But I think what I like about the knit two together is you actually get a different fabric. And by a different fabric, I mean that it feels bouncier.
Right.
Than when you just do a heavier weight.
What I would probably do with that, I'm sorry, somebody's calling on my cell phone. I don't know. Anyway, I guess if I were to do something like that, is I would divide my yarn up and re-skein it together.
I tried that when I did this sweater. It's more difficult that way.
I don't know how it would be.
It was a pain in the neck because it just winds. It was weird. I tried doing that.
Yeah, I would have to try it just to see if maybe, because
Yeah.
just because you don't like it doesn't
Yeah.
mean I won't like it. And I would do it with a small thing first, but I know I will get all mixed up if I have to worry about 2 stitches for every time I do a stitch.
And it's not. I mean, a couple times I've forgotten one of the stitches, and I've just pulled it up through and fixed it above the stitch. And that might just be because I'm very comfortable with knitting, and I can usually fix my mistakes from above. So I'm not quite as in love with this section up here, but I think it'll look great in the overall.
Yeah, it'll be pretty.
Oh yeah, I think it will be, and it's going to be very much themed well. It's going to be very ready. It just makes a different kind. It changes the flavor of the red from what he had, which is what is anticipated.
Right.
So yeah, I'm going to enjoy this, and I saw Kay wearing it today on the advent calendar.
You have to get caught up with this. I'm
Wearing
waiting.
hers, and hers is very different because she has pale colors. She and I do not have the same color palette. But it looked very comfy, and hers was just with the fingering weight and the mohair, so mine's going to be even more warm and comfy because it's 2 fingering.
Okay, are you done with your FOs? I mean your whips?
Yes, I am.
Okay, do you have FOs?
Yes, I do. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me put this back in here. Oh, this is my Plover Bird Dr. Seuss bag. I think I actually won this.
I think you did, yeah.
And then all my yarns is kept in my Knitter's Magic brown bag. So
Okay, so you have an FO.
I do. This is actually what I've worked on for most of. I guess it was only a week.
You pretty much just worked on that.
Yeah. Because I started on Saturday. I started after the podcast. Initially, I was like, "Oh, I'll make a bunch of the Irish hiking scarf arm
Mitts.
warmers, mitts for the nurses." And then, as my brain started catching up with me, it's like, "There's no way I have enough time to make enough for all the nurses. I'm not going to stress myself out." But I did decide to make the Irish hiking scarf itself for my neurosurgeon. So this is the Irish hiking scarf, and it's a free pattern by Adrian Basilia. It can be found on Ravelry, but because it's a free pattern, even if you're not on Ravelry, you'll be able to get it. And I'm using Miss Babs Yowza in the colorway Field Mouse, and I really like this color.
It turned out really well. Daddy liked that.
Yeah, I showed it to my dad first to make sure that he thought that a guy wouldn't be like weirded out by wearing this. Because some guys like bright colors when you don't know somebody.
Well, it's very understated, so that's nice.
Yeah, and it's got. I really like this colorway of Field Mouse.
It's very pretty.
I used it in some color work, I think.
I thought you used it in something else as well. Did you make a toy with it? Or
I think
a shawl?
I was intending to make a toy with it. I have a shawl with it in it that Lara Smoot made for me. That's the edging.
Right.
I recognized it as soon as I pulled it out. I was like,
But
that's
didn't you
Field
use
Mouse.
it for a shawl?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I have not. I was intending it for a toy, but I didn't end up using
It's a
it.
beautiful color.
I think it was intending for a design.
It's just beautiful.
But I ended up using it as part of color work for something. And I really love it. I have a whole ton of it left. Not by a ton, I mean like part of a skein.
It almost like it has a little bit of a purple undertone to it.
It does. It does.
very
It's
pretty.
not flat. So I really like this colorway. Because I was looking through a bunch of colors that I did have, and I was like, well, I could go with this, I could go with that. And when I saw this one, I was decided, because I didn't want anything too dark that was going to make it so you couldn't see the pattern. I mean, it's not that it's a really complicated, it's very simple
It's just pretty.
cable, but it's pretty. But not in a way that would weird out my neurosurgeon. There we go. So that's going to go with me to the hospital.
Okay. So now where are we?
That we usually do dyeing after that.
All right, dyeing yarn. All right. Thank you everybody who participated in my sale that was, put on by Etsy. I had quite a few sales, so I was happy about that. I also had to do a custom order for someone who really liked my Pennies from Heaven colorways. So she asked me to do 4 of them. So these are going to be, these are already spoken for, but I did do them. This is what kept me busy yarn dyeing. I didn't have much time to do anything else. So these are going to be, they already have a home. Okay. Now the next two I'm going to show you I kept back. One for the reason you'll understand when you hear the name of the skein. The other because it was drying. Okay. This is my candy cane sock set, and this is my large sock set. It doesn't have a 20-gram mini. This is a 50-gram skein, so this can be used even for a shawl.
I think it's a great look for a sock.
It works for the Chrissy shawl by Cozy Up Knits because Wombat of Doom has been doing that. She said, well, she hasn't used my yarn yet,
but she's
planning on it. She checked it out first for me, and she said it would work. So this is going up in the shop. The other one was sold to Wombat of Doom, so this is going in the shop, and then this one is Wombat of Doom. So this is her colorway. And this is as an unyet named named companion yarn to this for the sock set. I had to keep it off the Etsy shop because I didn't want her to buy it before she got it. So this is Wombat of Doom, the sock set, and if you wanted the colorway by itself, it would be this. And let's see here. I'll show you what it looks like. It's silver, gray, and purples. This is one's on the sparkle base, my Stardust base. So you can, I don't know if you can see. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
Not the sparkle necessarily, but sparkle
Right.
doesn't always show up on screen.
Right. And this is I guess this is a fingering sock, but I can do this in any base whatsoever. Yeah, I had to wait for her to get her package. She got her package yesterday, so so I was happy about that. Okay. And that will be going up in the shop as well. Actually, it's already in the shop. These are both in the shop already. So, okay, so that takes care of that. And that's basically all I had that I'm putting into the shop at this moment. But I had a question regarding cost. I'm doing the mystery skeins, and I'm getting a little bit of a slow start because we've been dealing with Talia's appointments before her surgery, and we've been dealing with this walk-in for the house. But I'm hoping to get started in earnest in the next week or so, and of course when Talia's home, I'll be at home because for the first 2 weeks at least I'm not going anywhere. I'm leaving her here by herself. So I will have time to dye up yarn, I think, and that's when I'm going to be in earnest trying to do the mystery sets. And somebody asked how much they would cost. The cost of the mystery set will be according to the base. So I'll have, like, I'll probably set up a special section, you know, where it says fingering sock, DK, whatever it is, and you can press on it and it'll come up whatever that is. I'm going to probably set up a section called probably either charity or mystery or something. You'll recognize it when you see it. And there'll be just like probably the box with a question mark on it, and it's going to say mystery. And you'll see there'll be DK. I think I have some sport. There'll be fingering sock. I think there'll be some sparkle, and there'll be a price on that. So you'll know what price each base is, and whatever base you choose is what it will cost. But what you're getting will be a mystery. It may be Christmas theme. It may not be Christmas theme. It might be solid. It might be variegated.
So are you going to say mystery sport, mystery sparkle,
Yes.
fingering? Okay,
Yes.
so they don't have to
Yes.
try to figure out based on price.
Yes, it will say what it is. Mystery DK Stardust, mystery fingering Stardust, mystery fingering sock, whatever it is. It'll say that and the price. And I will keep updating it as we go. So there, there will be, you may check and you may do the drop down. It might say 2, but if you check the next day, it might be 4 because I'm going to keep putting things in. And the amount I give to Talia, will be kind of I'm not sure what the percentage will be, but there will be a good amount of that will be going to Talia for her medical bills. So I hope that's clear. I it would basically be whatever the cost of that base would be. And like I said, would be, I don't know if I went through the colors, like, because you asked me the question. It will be solids, possibly semi-solids, possibly, the pooling variegated. My yarn, I don't do self-striping, but some of my yarn, if you do it in certain projects, will have like little mini stripes.
It'll be like spiral.
It'll be like spirals. So the colors will be in that kind of thing. And there'll be neutrals, possibly there'll be brights. It'll just be whatever I feel like dyeing up, because I want it to be stress free, but I want you guys to have pretty yarn, and I want to be able to get out as much as I can potentially. So that will be starting up in the near future. Just keep an eye on the shop. I'll try to put something in the Lady Fernico Creations updates when I get started, and that way you'll know that you can start looking at that. I want to thank the 2 or 3 people who already told me that they would like to help with this. So thank you very much for that. And that's all I have to say about that. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or contact me on Ravelry, on PHN. I will get back to you as soon as I can. Know that if I'm a little bit delayed, it's probably because I'm out of the house and doing things. You can also contact me on Etsy for this. So, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because we're getting close. We're much less than 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hang on, I have an exact. Because I have.
It's the 17th, so today's the 8th. That's 9 days. Today's the 6th.
1 week, 4 days, 1 hour, 13 minutes.
Because you actually, when you chose the time, it was pretty close.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
Yeah.
Because I chose noon, and I can always change it. But yeah, noon, because they're saying that I am going to be having it at 12:30.
12:30. So 12:30 Eastern Standard Time on the 17th. If you guys could kind of do a special thought or prayer for Talia, it would be much appreciated. And the surgeon and the recovery and all that. All you guys who are prayer warriors and good wish warriors, we appreciate that.
Yes, thank you. I was at any from saying 12 to 12:30, but I figured that would be close to the time when I set this. So, yeah, 1 hour, 1 week, 4 days, 1 hour, 42 minutes, 27 seconds.
Oh, I was going to say that not all the colorways would be Christmassy. That's what I was going to say.
You already said that.
Oh, I did say it. Okay, I'm just as brain fogged as she is. So, okay. What else?
Usually do enhancements.
Oh, right. Okay, let me put this back in the bag for a moment. I don't want this to get mixed up. We had a very nice... Well, first of all, let me show, before we go into that nice thing. I forgot to show this last week. I had a purple package come in. Oh, I can't even open this. Oh, there's a pull? Okay. I always miss that. So,
oh, that smells so good.
Plum Deluxe had a sale, and because they're coming into the autumn stuff, which is my favorite, I picked up some things. I got the chocolate hazelnut dessert tea.
Oh, that's such a good tea.
2 of those, and gingerbread chai.
That's a good one too.
I was almost out of my chocolate hazelnut. That's one of my favorites.
Some of their Christmas teas are really good.
They are. And then house blend black tea. So I'm really happy to have these. I wasn't going to order any, but then I decided that I like certain kinds of teas, and I run out because they're not offered, maybe.
Right, because they're seasonal.
Because they're seasonal. And there are other kinds that I said, well, I picked it up because I thought I might drink it, but I didn't. Not because they're not good, but because it's not my tea palette.
Right, or what you were feeling at that moment.
Yeah, so...
we tend to have comfort things that we tend to return to.
So I picked up some of these. Patty got a little tea that I decided that it sounded good, but I wasn't going to drink it, so I sent it to her. And she said it sounds good to her, so I'm hoping that she will like that. Because all his teas are awesome.
Yes, they are.
It's just that not all flavors are for all people. And I ordered it thinking I might drink it, and I looked at it, and I'm like, I don't want that in my tea at this point in time.
Well, and also Mom tends to be a little bit nervous about things with flowers in it and things like that, so.
Yeah, so this is really good. Now, Pat is amazing, and I don't want to use her last name because I don't have permission. But she contacted me through my Etsy shop and asked if she could send us something special. And this is very special. These are knitted pocket crosses. And they have a little prayer on them. She sent one for each of us. She sent us a nice little note that I'm not going to read because it's personal. But she sent us each a pocket cross. And the nice thing about these is that they're soft enough that if we want to put it under our pillow or whatever, it's just, you can see the cross. Can you see it?
They can see it.
Okay. And I think it's pretty much the same on both sides.
That's how it might be a little...
Can you see that? And there's a little prayer on here, prayer for protection, which is really, really nice. And we are so excited about that. So each one of us will have one of these.
Much.
Thank you so much for that. We are very grateful for that. And the thoughtfulness, your thoughtfulness and generosity is just amazing. This means a lot to us.
Thank you.
So thank you very, very much.
So the red and the whites are all pocket crosses?
They're all pocket crosses.
Very nice.
Did I not show the white one?
No, you did not.
Okay. Here's the white one.
It's kind of being blown out. Hold on. There we go.
It's really pretty.
Very nice. Thank you.
Whoever has the white ones, I think I'm going to put the white ones in a little Ziploc so it doesn't get dirty because it's really pretty. Or I probably will, yeah, because I want to get dirty in my purse. So that's that. For these fashion enhancements, do you have any?
I don't.
Okay, so we are hoping, do we have anything for house or?
Well, we kind of touched on everything. I don't think we actually need anything at the end.
No, I don't think we need anything at the end this time. So we're probably going to podcast sometime at the end of next week. It might be a tad earlier. We might do a Thursday if it works better. We'll see. You will have one more podcast before the surgery, unless something comes up, and then we'll post.
That really puts it into perspective, doesn't it? When you're looking at one more podcast.
Yeah. So we will. We're planning on podcasting one more time before surgery, and then we won't be podcasting again until around New Year's, give or take. We do want to thank all the people who commented on YouTube. We had Pat Wombat of Doom 53, Petty's Kim, Donna, LNS Crafts, Marie, Andy Bunn, and Rena. So thank you for commenting there. I think I got everybody on YouTube unless somebody commented after I was finished. I did not get to the comments, or at least not all of them, on our PHN home. But we also appreciate them very much.
Sorry, we've been very distracted.
Yeah, it's been a little stressful with things that popped up unexpectedly, but it'll be okay. Just saying prayers and it'll be fine. So, and your prayers I know have helped. So, we want to wish you all a very wonderful week full of preparation for Christmas, knitting, crocheting, whatever craft it is that makes you happy, whatever it is that makes you happy. And we hope to see you back here for the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 381, and that's a wrap.
Bye.